making his Oilers TV debut, Manny Viveiros. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
So Manny, new assistant coach for the Edmonton Oilers and first time in the NHL. Welcome home, first of all, and congrats on the new gig. You must be ecstatic.
Thank you. No, we certainly are. My family, my wife and I, my kids, actually all my family in the St. Albert, Edmonton area are really happy. It's the first time for us in almost 30 years we've been back home.
So what are you most looking forward to being back home here and working with the team that you grew up cheering for?
Well, first of all, it's an honor and a privilege to, first of all, work in the National Hockey League, and it's something we've always dreamed of. We've always wanted to, either as a player or as a coach, to get that opportunity to work and to have a chance to work in your hometown where I grew up watching the Oilers. I always said, even back in the old WHA days, as a young kid, I was able to watch them and follow them all the way through their career in the early years of the NHL and that. So originally drafted by Edmonton a long, long time ago, and never had an opportunity to play for those teams. Not many people did. That's how good they were back in the 80s. But always Edmonton's been a soft spot for me as far as when I was over in Europe for so many years. First thing I checked in the scores were the Oilers, and it was it's good for us to be home.
Let's get to know you a little bit better. You've seen great success coaching junior hockey for Swift Current Broncos. What do you hope to bring to the Oilers that you brought to that team?
Well, I think maybe more than anything is maybe some different ideas, a different voice, so to speak. We've got a great coaching staff. Todd, what he's done in the National Hockey League and how well respected he is in the National Hockey League. He's a great coach. Glenn Gullick's and Trent Yawney. Also, it's an opportunity for me to learn, but also just have a different perspective of, a new voice and maybe in different areas. Again, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but sometimes a different voice in different situations sometimes can make a difference.
It's said that you have great untapped potential for the NHL market. What are your strengths as a coach?
That's a tough question, to answer. It's something I don't, first of all, I don't really feel comfortable, but I think as far as my strengths would be just when I'm a coach, just be myself, communication, getting to know the players, getting the players to trust me. I feel that's always had success when I was a coach or as a player, playing over in Europe or professionally over here in Canada also too, is to have an opportunity just to communicate with my team and know that, the players that, for instance, Swift Current, I have their backs and they have my backs as far as, and that trust is there. So for me, that's just being yourself.
Are you already starting to think of plays and what you can do for the team in the next season?
You're always thinking, whether you're playing junior hockey or whatever, it's National Hockey League, you're always thinking hockey. You're always trying to learn. You're trying to think of new things that you can bring to the table and try to improve on things that you did last year. And I'm always trying to learn different things, and just starting now to go over game film from last year and trying to get to know, some of the players on film, and really looking forward to meet the players, at training camp to get to know them as persons, even more importantly.
Right, learning their strengths, some of their weaknesses, and go from there.
Absolutely.
And so have you spoken with any of the coaches yet, or do you know any of them on a personal level?
No, we've all spoken right through. One thing is I'm very impressed with the communication level that we have right through, from Peter Chirielli right down to all of us coaches, the video coaches, and even the training staff. They've been absolutely wonderful. Everybody's reached out and talked to me, and we've also had discussions with the coaches. We're going to meet in the next few weeks here as a group here, and then get together our game plan going forward for next year too. So, but Trent Yawney and Todd, I played against those guys in the Western Hockey League a long, long time ago, so I know them.
Fun.
And Glenn, I don't know Glenn personally, but I know of Glenn, and they're again, they're very well respected men, and more importantly, great people. So it's going to be an honor to work with these guys, and also a privilege, an opportunity to learn from them also too. So might have to add though that they're all three ex-Saskatoon Blades, and I happen to be an old PA Raider, so we're going to have to get over that at the very beginning here, but I think we'll be okay.
Clean slate, clean slate. Let's talk about the process on how this came to be and how you got this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
You know what? It was just throughout the year, or later on. Not so throughout the year, towards the end of the season, when we're in playoffs against Everett, and also Memorial Cup, the Oilers had reached out to me and asked if, possibly at the end of the season, have an opportunity to talk to them. I said absolutely, and and we just went from there. And it didn't take very long at all to make a decision. When a team like the Oilers and this organization, and again hometown, comes calling and asking saying they have interest, for us was very, very simple. I think it took us maybe 30 seconds to decide, and again, we're very, very happy to be here.
Has it hit literally hit home yet that you have moved home?
It has. No, it has. It's something that we're very excited. It's for my wife and I, first time in about 30 years. We don't have to pack up in the fall time to leave, so we're going to be at home and stay in our own place. And it is. And you know what? We've been off for almost 2 weeks now, and it's nice having a little bit of a break. But I like to get going again, and we're all excited about going forward with the team next year.
And last but not least, let's talk about the Oilers' new barn, Rogers Place. Did you ever think you'd have the opportunity to coach in a facility of that caliber?
Never. We were there over the 2 years I was with Swift Current. We were there 4 times, and it was a magnificent facility, and even for the junior rooms. And I've never saw the Oil Kings room, but our junior facility for the visiting teams was remarkable. And I've had an opportunity to get into our offices in the dressing room also too, and it's magnificent. It really is a beautiful place, and a place where you want to be every day. Somewhere where you want to spend a lot of time, which we will spend a lot of time there too. But it's very nice.
Well, Manny, we are certainly looking forward to having you. Manny Viveiros, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.